is.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Oh.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
It's really ready to go. Okay, Sicily! Okay, Sicily! Okay, Sicily! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand, okay, take me by the hand, take me by the hand, okay, he, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. What the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Look, it's sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, am I bending the head? Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. That's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. You're some Hollywood horse bitch. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, look, it's sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make wide your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. She's like, it's so. Oh look, what a coincidence. God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. Who fucking cares? Hi, everybody. Don't do that. Beautiful cup. Ooh, beautiful cup of tea there. Biscuit flavor. Yes, it's t-shirt. It's t-shirt day. No compression top today. Too hot. It's like overcast outside, but it's really muggy. Really muggy. And I've just been doing a bunch of housework, bunch of hoovering, stuff like that. So I've got a little bit of sweat, little bit of a sweat on, you know? Little bit of a sweat on. So yeah, it's really humid here in the UK. So yeah, t-shirt weather it is, and a little bit too big now. It's a little bit too big, you know. Although I am wearing the brilliant Transformers the movie t-shirt, but it's just getting, you know, just that little bit too, you know, a little too much here. Not tight like tiger around that. Look at that neck beard growing in. That neck beard growing in, man. Gotta get rid of that. Gotta get rid of that, man. Can't have that now. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Afternoon Tea with Az. Spilling some tea on the Super Chat square. As ever. We're going to have a little catchy poo up with each other. We're going to have a little bit of chit chat. We're going to see what the crake is. What's going on? What the 411 is. What's up, Daddy-O? And all of that sort of stuff. You know, lines that the kids of today will relate to and understand and get on board with. And then we'll go through the remaining super chats from the Real BBC on Tuesday. That the vast majority of questions will be directed towards Graham and Chuck, and they're not here because this is a square up. So I will, of course, try my hardest to answer those questions for you. How you doing? The 411. You don't know what 411 means? Shame. I wish I had that shame clip. I need to upload that shame clip because that is shame on you. Yeah, look at that. I have a sty under my eye. Right? I have a little sty under my eye. Had it for 20 years. I'm trying to kill it. I've been trying my hardest over the last week to kill it. Absolutely kill it. And I'm doing a pretty good job at the minute. We'll see how that recovers. But I'm thinking I might go to the doctors and say, can you just get rid of this? You just get rid of this sty under my eye. I hate it. I hate it. It's got to go. And I've been brushing my beard and it's still looking. Do you know why? Because I was doing this. No, that's the right side. It's because this neck beard business under here. And I'm not going to use the pit bull on it because that's just going to cause mass irritation. Well, I could have it lasered off. I could have it frozen off. No, this is a beard. This is a beard brush. This is a beard brush. Come on, man. You've never brushed your beard. Says everything. I could shave. Now, maybe I'll take the whole beard off. Huh? Then what will you do? No, I want to pick at it. I want to kill it. I want it to drop off.
So I've been thank you, Liz. Liz says the beard look. See, I like to keep it tight like Tiger. I like to keep it tight. I don't like a scraggly beard. Don't like growing it out. No offense, Gary. Not having a go. Not having a go. I like a tight like Tiger, you know. Tight like Tiger. But I might take it off. Might take the whole thing off. Admittedly, I do look 10 years younger when I shave the beard off. But also, the double chin will be very pronounced, and we can't have that. That's one of the beauties about growing a beard, is you got to disguise that thing, you know? You got to disguise that thing. When I did my Little Mermaid video this week, I was recording like this. Hold on, can we get the here? I was recording like this. So if you can see, my eye line is way above. Nobody clip that. My eye line is way above where where I'm holding the camera like that. And so it's might as well just be filming it like that. Well, I tell you what, this morning, I got on the scales this morning. And I got on the scales this morning, and I am 18.1 kilograms down in 8 weeks. Is it 8 weeks or is it 6 weeks? No. Hold on. I need to check my own Instagram. I need to know my dates. Hey, here we go. Yeah. I posted on Instagram 16.5 kilograms down in 8 weeks. Good start. Long way to go, which is true. As I keep maintaining, I've got to lose half my body weight just to be called a fat bastard. Okay. But I got on the scales this morning. It's actually 18.1. I made a couple of tweaks to the diet this week. I say this week, really over the what are those in Monopoly weights? Hold on. 18.1 kilograms in pounds. That is 40 pounds. 39.9. Are we okay with me rounding it up? That's 40 pounds or 2.8 stone, nearly 3 stone in weight in 8 weeks. Yeah, my scales, when I get on them, do tell me to get off. I get on. How much do I get off? Well, if you tell me, I will. Is this you fat fuck? Oh, thank you. Now put me away. So it's a good start, and I made a little tweak. I made a little tweak to the diet this week because what I had been doing is I've been mostly, I'll explain, don't worry. I've been mostly abiding by the sort of keto diet, in as much as cutting out carbohydrates, mostly. Again, I'll go into that in a minute, and eating fats and protein. You know, fats like butter, not fats like cake. Cut out refined sugars, stuff like that. But what I did is I need to have my vegetables. I need to. I can't exist without my vegetables. I have to have vegetables. I like carrots. I like broccoli. I like cauliflower. I like sweet corn. I like those. I like green beans. I like peas. I like my vegetables. So what I've been doing is I've been mostly abiding by the keto diet, but eating 2 meals a day maximum. And the evening meal usually involves a protein of some variety and vegetables with some butter on the vegetables. Give sort of like extra fat. So what I did this week is I've introduced a little bit more carb, and I've actually reduced on the fat. So when I say I introduced a bit more carb, I'm not, again, nothing untoward. What I mean is I've got like some breaded chicken, some chicken breasts which have been breaded. The breaded bit, not bread, but the breaded bread. Is obviously gonna have a little bit of carbohydrate. It's gonna have some little bit of carbohydrate. I know you do need a balance of carbs, proteins, fats. I do know that. So, but what I did, because I introduced that, is I've taken away the butter from the vegetables. So now the vegetables are just steamed veg, steamed and out. And then a bit of salt and pepper. And I don't know, the last couple of days, the body's just been like, kind of dumped a bit. Now the plan is, if you follow me on TwitTwat at Heel versus Babyface, you can see it there. If you follow me on TwitTwat, every few days or so, once a week, maybe now, I'll post how long I've been without energy drinks, without soda pop. We just call it pop in the UK. And at the minute, it's 177 days without an energy drink, which to me is crazy. No soda pop is day 167. No alcohol, day 155. And no fast food, no takeaways, no fast food, day 103. So that's been going on for, with the energy drinks, like half a year or so. Oh, my natural energy has certainly kicked in. My natural energy has certainly kicked in. And in actual fact, ironically, well, not ironically at all. It's absolutely unironically. I have more energy now than I did when I was drinking energy drinks, because it's kind of like an upper than a downer, That's why you get addicted to the things, because you need you think you need the energy drink to function, and then you crash. You have that massive crash, particularly if they're not sugar-free energy drinks. And I was drinking a lot of sugary energy drinks and a lot of sugary pop. So you'd crash, and then that crash would make you feel as if you had no energy because you're crashing. And so you think, well, no, I'm still doing like 16-hour fasts, maybe once, twice a week. So I'm still doing those. So yeah, your body crashes, and so you sort of trick yourself into thinking, well, I gotta get another energy drink to get my energy levels back up. It took me I think a couple of 3 weeks to get over the energy drink cravings. Took me about a couple of 3 weeks. The soda pop one a bit longer. That's the hard one, because I was absolutely just addicted, just absolutely addicted to them. Couldn't function a day without it. I needed it. It was literally like getting a fix. I need this sugary drink. I need this fizzy pop. I need a Coke. I need a cherry Coke. I need a Pepsi. I need I need a something, a Fanta. I need a something. Now I do have some protein powder. I did buy some, but no, I'm just going with what I've got at the moment. No need to if it ain't broke, don't fix it, sort of thing. So things are going. It's a good start. Like I said, it's a long way to go. It's a 2-year journey, folks. As I've kept maintaining, but it's an encouraging start, and I've really appreciated your kind words because they motivate me as well. So yeah, it's a long journey though. It is a long journey. It's just a good start on a long journey. As I keep saying, literally the only thing that you can see on camera, like the shoulders and the head, that's the only place I've lost it. This is 18.1 kilograms on the shoulders and face. Multitude of sins down below. Multitude of sins. So this week, I'm going to say it on stream so I can, again, I say this on stream so I can be held accountable, This week, I am looking to hit the gym 3 times. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday. Bank holiday Monday in the UK tomorrow, I think. I think it's Memorial Day weekend in the States as well. So we've synced our periods together in terms of holidays. So I'm now looking, now that I've got the drink side under control. It's never easy. The other day, weirdly enough, about 4 or 5 days ago, I was in a bit of a bad place. I just woke up and I was in one of those we all do it, we all get that way. I was just in one of those dark moods. I was really sort of deflated, really sort of down. Why? Honestly, I couldn't put my finger on it. I just sort of woke up, just kind of feeling a little bit deflated, a little bit down, a little bit defeated. Don't know why. Couldn't quantify why. And not that I would cave, but for some bizarre reason, I know why. Do you know, actually, I do know why. I'll tell you in a second. I do know why, and I'll tell you in a second. My body was kind of like, you need an energy drink to perk you up. Now, I didn't have an energy drink, but my body was sort of like, you need an energy drink to perk up. And I was like, 170 something days without an energy drink. Half a year. That's a long time. 6 months. That's a long time without a specific thing. So it's still something I've got to fight against, Still something I've got to fight against. I'm not missing alcohol in the slightest. Bizarrely enough, I'm not missing alcohol in the slightest at all. I'll tell you why. I woke up feeling down and whatnot. I got to stop watching these true crime videos. I've got to stop doing it, man. I've been watching a shit ton of them recently. If my next door neighbor, heaven forbid, gets... I'm fucked. Can we have a look on your computer? Ooh, rather not. The neighbor's got a fascination with true crime and murders. Shit. And so, I've been falling asleep a couple of times with the laptop on with a crime video, with a true crime video on, and I've fallen asleep, and my dreams have been, as you can probably gather, they've sort of been dark. And then I wake up from these dark dreams and I'm like, oh, this ain't good. This ain't good. So, for the last few days, I've watched about, I think, one true crime video. And I've been hammering my abroad in Japan videos, Shala videos, my otter videos, Kosumet, Artie. So I've been hammering the good stuff. I've been hammering the positive stuff, you know. Streaming good gam, Starship Troopers, Zelda. I want to do a big Zelda stream again. I would love to dream of Lego. I would love to dream of Lego. I can't wait for this Thursday. This Thursday, June the 1st, there is a bunch of new Lego coming out. I'm literally going to be spending a small fortune. There's like at least 2 Ninjago sets, possibly 3 sets that I want. There's about 4 Lego City sets that I want. There's the Batcave coming out. Also a couple of new Batman Legos, which maybe I'll get as well. Go alongside the Batcave. So yeah, it's gonna be a small fortune. So do you know what I did to cheer myself up? What I did is I transferred some money from my spending account into the mortgage account. That's the way that I cheered myself up. I transferred a little bit of money from the spending account into the mortgage account because it's always good. It's always good and it's always motivating to see that go up, you know? Because that's also part of the 2-year plan. It's about getting back into shape, 2 years to get into shape. Boobs. It's also about 2 years of saving up in the mortgage fund as well. So that did cheer me up. And the last couple of days, last couple of 3 days, I felt good. I felt mentally a lot better. I've been going out for little. Again, I'm not trying to over exaggerate. I don't want to over exaggerate. I've just been going for little walks, and when I say little walks, I mean little walks. A couple of times a day for the last week or so as well. And like I said, tomorrow we're going to go to the gym and just going to take it easy for a bit. But I'm going to make sure that I do some good cardio. I'm going to get on that bike. Going to get on that rowing machine for a bit. And what I do like to do is I like, you know, those bag weights? The weights that come in like the duffel, like they sort of look like duffel bags, but the different weights, yeah. I like to carry those. You know, you wrap them around your arms like that, and you do walks up and down the walkway. There's like a walkway. You do walks up and down there. So I like to do those. Hold the weight, and then go up and down. Drop the weight. 30 seconds. Pick it back up and down. Drop the weight. 30 seconds. Pick it up and down. So, and you do that 4 times. You can do it more. I do it 4 times, you know. So just I just want to get the heart pumping. Want to get the heart pumping. If I'm gonna keel over with a massive heart attack, then I've got to try my hardest to make sure the pallbearers don't break their back. Can't guarantee that. putting on weight can be just as difficult as taking weight off, particularly if your metabolism is so quick, so fast. So yeah, I'm just trying to get, and I've got and you know, I've got ideas about things that I want to do, and I can only do these things if I shed weight. That's simple as that. Simple as that. And when I say these ideas, I mean these ideas are for the channel. These ideas are for the betterment of the channel. You know, they're hopefully for an, fingers crossed you'd like them, from an entertaining perspective. So yeah, it's again, it's motivating. We're geeks here. We love our statistics. We like leveling up. We like being able to put points into strength and stamina and stuff like that. So that's the way that I'm sort of viewing things. It's encouraging to see. It's encouraging to see the way starting to come down. Like I said, a long way to go. Long way to go. But it's encouraging to see it going in the right direction for a change. And it took a lot. It took a lot to get on the scales in the first place. Because you dread to think where you are. You're just like, no. Because sometimes you just see that number and you're just like, how the fuck am I going to get this down? You know? Because even though you're looking at that number, you're still in the mentality of how you're existing at the moment, whether that be drinking soda, whether that be eating fast food every day. You know, you're still in that sort of mentality. You're like, how can this come down if I'm doing the things that I'm doing at the moment? Well, guess what? You got to stop doing those things that you're doing. And that's the hard part. So yeah, it's a good start. Long way to go. Good start. Do you know what's got a good start? Little Mermaid. Domestically. Let's have a quick look. Boobies. 38 million on the Friday. So it's a decent start there. Don't worry about the international. The international isn't a fixed number in as much as certain countries will report. Other countries won't report till after the weekend. So this isn't indicative of how well it's doing domestically versus internationally, okay? Well, that will be updated later today / possibly the next couple of days. So don't pay any attention to the international. But it's got off to a good start. Will it maintain it though? Will it maintain it? I don't know. Not a lot of positive things I'm hearing about it. If you didn't see, I will just play a clip it from. No, that's me live. Don't want to play that. Here we go. It's me. I know it's me. Oh, with the last video with my old branding. As you've seen, folks, we got some new branding going on. New branding, new intro, new outro. Lots of little Easter eggs in the branding. Lots of little Easter eggs. Hold on. If I stop, no, God damn it. I have to leave myself. I have to leave to show. But yeah, lots of little Easter eggs. There's Mauler in there. There's Gary in there. QBG, Jane, Zipper. Lots of little Easter eggs for you. A lot of these little Easter eggs. Punk vibe. Very British. Punkish vibe. That was really loud. Good. Good. That's all I got to say. I'm just going to show you my bloody hell, where hey, here it is. Here's my Little Mermaid a little snippet from my review of the Little Mermaid. Go check it out after the stream if you haven't checked it out. But here's a little clip it. Just on the way to the cinema now. What a beautiful day. Sun shining, birds are singing, all that shit. Yorkshire, it's God's country. Amen. So just arrived at the cinema. Just going in now. Here I am at the cinema. Oh, man. This is the nearest one to me. A few miles away. I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit. Sorry, Gary. I don't care. I don't give a flying fuck about this film. I don't give a shit about Disney. I don't give a shit about Little fucking Mermaid. I don't give a shit about anything that they put out. Any animated crap. Sorry, dude. Not going to happen. There is a coffee shop next door, so I might grab a coffee. I wasn't able to sleep that night. I had 2 fucking coffees, didn't I? Turns out it wasn't wasted visit after all. Ooh, might go see Sisu later though. Yeah, I can't do this, dude. Let's go back on. So that was me going to the cinema to see The Little Mermaid. That was my trip to the cinema. I've left the window open. I was going to close that. The neighbor's getting an earful. No, I wasn't walking. I had 2 people. This is the magic of cinema, dude. I had 2 people who were, one was on one side and one was on the other side, and they were holding my hips. It's got no legs. And they were moving, one was moving my hips forward, the other move it back, and then they rotate. And so it kind of gave that motion as if I was walking, but no legs. So how could I possibly have been walking? So if you want to check out the full review, though, because I do have some words to impart, go check out the full review after the stream. But yeah, je ne regrette rien and all that sort of business. I regret nothing. By the way, Sunday Fun Day today, 6 p.m. UK time. Starship Troopers Extermination, Jane Theory, X-Ray Girl, Quarter Black Garrett, and myself. That is going to be a fucking fun time. That is going to be a fun time. Although I do want to go to the cinema and see Sisu. Though I do want to go see Sisu. I do want to go see Sisu. Go see Sisu. See Sisu. I do want to go see that. My mate's already seen it. It's like, it's a good copy out. Just watch it with Captain Jack Sparrow. I'm like, no. If I actually want to see a movie, I'm going to go pay for it. So I'm going to go support it, you know? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, if you've heard the Aquafina songs and shit like that, and of course, as ever, if you don't like it, you're a massive racisms. Oh! Right. Let's get into some of these super chats from the real BBC on Tuesday. Coco with a $10 says, I just got Joe Frankenstein 1. I just got Joe Frankenstein 2. I missed the campaign. Is there somewhere I can still buy the Ghosts of Matacumbe Key? Are those the 3 books I need to read to be caught up? What's the reading order? Well, I will drop the link in the description now. Not in description, in the chat. That is the direct link for the Ghosts of Matacumbe Key, which is shadow banned on Indiegogo for some reason. It's in demand, so you can still go get it. You can still go get it. Go get the 3 slab collection, dude. That's what I did. That's what I did. So yeah, go check that out here. Let me just bring it up here. Douche. So this is in demand. Link that I just popped into the chat. You can go get it. You can still go get it. Here you go. There's the 3 graded covers. Buy Graham a cigar. Get a hat. Ash can edition. Also, if I scroll down, we got the Kelly Jones cover. Whee! Beautiful. I mean, Graham Nolan, beautiful man. Chuck Dixon, beautiful man. Kelly Jones, we had Kelly Jones on Real BBC a few weeks ago. Again, he was so awesome to speak to, and he contacted me a week or two after the stream and said, "Hey, I'm sending you something in the post. Do you mind if I have your address?" No. And I mean, no, I don't mind. So he gave us the tracking number, and it's here in the UK. It's arrived in the UK and it's cleared through customs. So sometime this week, I'm going to receive a package from Kelly Jones, which has got a little bit of art in. Be still my beating heart. Reet. There we go. So yeah, you can still go check it out. Still go check it out. Still available. Still available. Wait. No, that's today. Julian Mariette with a 550 Canadian says, "Hi, Az, question for Chuck. Is Ravage Kill All Men still available, or was it a one-shot?" I'm not sure. If you go to chuckduxon.net, you might be able to find out. Emissarial with a $10 says, "Chuck and Graham, I've always wanted to ask you about the character of Azrael, Jean-Paul Vallée. He was a rising star, but somehow he never achieved his potential. Do you have any thoughts on that? Thank you." Well, obviously they're not here to answer that, but I mean, when the whole Nightfall saga ended, Nightfall, Knight's Quest, Knight's End, when that all finished, he did get his own standalone series. Jean-Paul Vallée got his own standalone series, which ran for 100 issues, which is I don't know if it was Graham or Kelly said this. I think it was Graham. So that was Denny O'Neill's retirement fund. They were always going to take it to 100 issues. But that ran for 100 issues, which was good. After that, yeah, he sort of vanished. Well, at the end, spoiler alert, but he's killed in the 100th issue. He's killed. He dies at the end of that 100 issue run, and so that's where his story kind of ended. That was the end of Jean-Paul Valley. So there was no additional stuff that needed to be done, technically. Then they decided to bring the character of Azrael back a few years later, but they brought in a different Azrael. That didn't work out. And then they did the Lantern Wars, and Jean-Paul Valley made a cameo as one of the Black Lanterns, and I think the Black Lanterns were like people who were dead, people who were dead. So he made a cameo there, so it kind of proved that he was dead. And then they had that sort of I can't remember what it was called, Convergence. Woo! Then they had that Convergence storyline, and Jean-Paul Valley was brought back in the Convergence storyline. Then they used him for a little bit on Detective Comics. When Detective Comics went back to Volume 1. They even brought back the Azrael Batman suit for a little bit. It was updated, but they brought that back a little bit. And then they split him off into a different series with Cyborg and can't remember, a couple of others. So so he's only when I say recently, it's only the last few years that Jean-Paul Valley's come back into continuity. So that's why, you might think he didn't reach his potential because he got DC'd, he got killed. He got killed off for a long time. The Happy Plague Doctor. No, that is today. I keep wanting to read today's. No, I will read out these ones first, and I'll read yours out in a minute. Vuli with a $5 says, Mr. Dixon, what cigars do you like? I prefer LFD and my father. Chuck does not smoke cigars. There you go. I can answer that one for you. CJ Knoll with a $5 says, recent report hint China might have lied about having 1 billion people. It's likely their economy is 60% smaller too, based on the light they emitted. Cool story, bro. Taylor Clements with a $10 says, just bought Joe Frankenstein #2 CGC slab. It's all about those slabs. And bought you all a cigar. Ayo! Thanks, guys. Great work. Well, Graham will be taking all those cigars. Placebo Shotgun 8 for the $2. As if you're Anglo-Saxon, you are the invader. No, I'm indigenous, man. I'm indigenous. How dare you? How dare you? You ain't gonna get me on you ain't gonna force me onto a reservation, sunshine. I'm an indigenous to this land. JMD Reed with a $5. There's no place, even here in the Americas, there were 5 migration waves over the Bering Strait. One came from Italy 12,000 years ago. How dare you? How dare you? Carrot Wazoo with a £10 says, hi guys, thanks for all the brilliant content. Can you recommend any Viking/fantasy comics? Been reading some 70s Conan recently, been loving it. Well, I mean, if you want some funny Viking comics, then you can always get Asterisk and Obelisk. French comics. But I always used to like those as a kid. But a biscuit with a $10 says, if mailmen like me didn't get up early every day, then people wouldn't get their mail. Just sounds like someone who's never worked a hard job before. Okay, what that super chat is relating to is some how can I best describe this tactfully? Retard put out an article saying getting up early is a white supremacist trait because this was their logic. This was their logic. The slave masters would get up early to get the slaves to work. As soon as light would break. Because getting up early apparently only happened when slavery was around. By the way, slavery was around in America. Because, as we all know, a lot of these people believe that that's the only slavery that's ever existed in the world. And that the Africans are the only people who have been enslaved in the world. They unfortunately don't know certain things like the vast majority of slaves were actually sold by Africans to the slavers. Warring tribes that had conquered another tribe and sold the prisoners off, sold their own people off. But they don't like to go there. They don't like to talk about slavery that existed in the UK, in China, in Japan, in Mongolia, in everywhere. Here's some hot news for you. Slavery still exists to this very day. Holy shit. Mind est blown. Aztecs, Incas, Romans, everyone. It's an age-old thing, and it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped. So, don't worry about things like, I don't know, agriculture or anything like that. Don't worry about that. Getting up early is a white supreme trait. Let's just drop all the silliness for a second, okay? Let's just talk legit to each other right now. Don't want to say real talk because that sounds so gay. Let's just be on the level with each other right now. I can't be the only person. Please tell me I'm not the only person who, when I see things like this on social media, and you look at the accounts, and these are accounts from professional people, well, at least in accreditation. I can't be the only person that thinks this is the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my life. And we are living in the craziest of times. The craziest of times. When I was younger, and even into adulthood, not a 5-year-old kid, into adulthood, the world wasn't like this. The world wasn't like this at all. And now we have to listen to supposedly accredited people talking the most stupid, dumb, nonsensical, illogical bullshit and being pat on the back for it. I'm just like, beam me up. Beam me up, Scotty. Oh, man. John Thomas, giggity, with a $10 says, I was expecting, it was expected Darth Kennedy is burning Lucasfilm to the ground as a final FU to Lucas and Spielberg. Nothing in her personality, statements, or actions makes this implausible. F. Harrison Ford. Okay, John. I'll be legit with you, John. Kathleen Kennedy isn't purposely burning this to the ground because she has some sort of beef with Lucasfilm or anything like that. My chat's broken, by the way, on it's broken on StreamYard. I'm gonna have to pop out the chat here from YouTube. She has no vendetta that makes her want to burn it to the ground. Okay. She's just massively, massively incompetent. She has an agenda. She has an intersectional feminist agenda. And it's not her money she's fucking with. It's a company's money. This is no skin off her nose. Her incompetence is what's bringing about what we have now. There's no malice in as much as oh, screw you, George Lucas, screw you, Spielberg. No. I think you'll probably find that Kathleen Kennedy's very grateful to at least Spielberg, but most likely to both of those men. I mean, she won't give them credit, but she knows. No, she's just unbelievably incompetent, and she's trying to put a square peg in a round hole and call it Star Wars or call it Indiana Jones, because she can't get past her politics. She can't get past her intersectional feminism. And we've said this time and time and time again. This is a hill she will die on. And she's proving it. So it's just unmitigated incompetence. That's what it is. Dirt is king. Oh, we had that one. Pride End Chronicles with a £20. Yeah, says, good evening, gentlemen. Here in the UK, Phoebe Waller-Bridge was the darling of the liberal media after Fleabag, correct? But I find this push to make her a star in the US bizarre. She must be well connected. Look, the Americans love getting hold of a Brit coming over. They love getting hold of them and making them a bit of a darling. You know, it's happened before, many times to many people. But yeah, I mean, from an ideological standpoint, she'll do whatever they want her to do. She aligns perfectly with them. So don't worry that we don't care. Don't worry that we don't want it, like it. That's irrelevant. And if the Indiana Jones leaks are true, and I having seen them, I can well believe they're true. They might not be, but reading them, I could absolutely 100% believe these leaks are true. then Indiana Jones is going to be a dour, miserable experience for people who like Indiana Jones and want a good Indiana Jones film. Slain Hope with a $2 says Disney Plus, new diverse show, American born Chinese. Trey Miller with a $25 says, my mum, God rest her soul, took me to see Raiders in the theater when it came out. She had no idea what she was doing. I just turned 6. Scared the fuck out of me. Still one of my favorite movies of all time. I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark when I was a child. I saw it at the cinema. I was pretty much around the same age. Give or take a year, maybe. But we saw it at the cinema, and it scared the shit out. I had to cover my face a few times because I was so scared. I remember the beginning bit. Because also for Christmas that year, my mum, as one of the Christmas presents I got, bought me the Indiana Jones annual, which has the story in it, which is, you know, the drawn version, which is slightly different, you know, because it's obviously a comic, small graphic novel, whatever you want to call it. And there were things I'd already read that before seeing the movie, because and so when I actually saw it, I scared shitless in places. And at the end, when the angels are coming out, I had to block my eyes. I couldn't see that man. I couldn't see the faces getting melted off. It's brilliant. Bass player 2011 Iffy with a $20 says, despite the 3-hour runtime, I think Oppenheimer earns it. You can't sum up the Manhattan Project in an hour and a half. And Fermi was the one who kept pushing for developments after World War II, leading to the hydrogen bombs. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go to the cinema to see it. It's not. I don't. You know, it's not a movie that I kind of fell a bit out of love with Christopher Nolan movies after The Dark Knight Rises. I found Interstellar. Hot take incoming, folks. I found Interstellar excruciatingly boring. Excruciatingly boring. I didn't even see Tenet. I didn't care. I didn't see Dunkirk. I didn't care. And with Oppenheimer, you know, it's not working for me. Maybe I'll see it. Maybe I'll see if it's on Netflix. Well, I won't see if it. No, I won't see if it's on Netflix because I've stopped Netflix. Netflix said that I got an email from Netflix saying you can't share your account with your mum anymore. So are you going to buy another account for your mum? And I went, no. I'll log out of my account. And so my mum can just use it. But I'm not going to get myself another Netflix account. Fuck off. No, my mum has the Netflix. I don't anymore. I don't. So I'm still paying for it, but my mum gets the Netflix. I don't get the Netflix anymore. Travis's World with a $5 says the Sumerians in Mesopotamia were believed to be the first brewers of beer around 4000 BC. Well, as long as they were intersectional feminist Sumerians, that's fine. Paul E. Mayer with a $5 says, where the heck is Frank Gore to explain baseball to Az? Who knows? Who knows? Refan with a £5 says, so is a foul ball when you get to put it in the wrong one? Oh my God. Yes, must be. Hans Plays with a $5 says, cut off your penis and Cracker Jacks. You won't be able to transition back. No. No. Usually, I don't, do you know, a whole Iola Books? I don't even watch it anyway. Well, I haven't watched it for a long time, not since I watched my Korean shows. The last thing I watched on Netflix was the season 2 of Alice in Borderland. And I'm going to see if I can get these on Blu-ray or 4K, preferably 4K. But I think a lot of people are going to be canceling their Netflix thanks to this. I think a lot of them are going to be like, fuck you. Netflix, fuck you. Psycho Stumpy? Sorry, man. He's been very generous as well, and I just fucked up his name. With a $20 says, Sisters of the Perpetual Indulgence is 100% a Slaneshi cult. Time to break out the heavy flamers. So, okay, I don't know much about throwball in America. Rounders, whatever you call it there. But from what I can gather, the Dodgers had uninvited the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence from appearing at their Pride celebration night, whatever. And from what I can gather, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are a pride organization that mock Christianity. They dress up like nuns, I believe, and they do deviant shit. The only way I can really think to phrase it. So it is very much now, if that's what you want to do in your spare time, that's fine. You know, you're an adult, you can do whatever you want in your spare time. But when an organization invites something like that, then you know, America's got quite a big Christian population, and it's not going to sit too well with them, considering the legitimate, not the fake, but the legitimate ratio of pride to non-pride people. We're looking at probably like a 97% to 3% ratio, if that. I think that could be pretty generous, to be honest. Are you really saying for every 100 people, 3 of them are pride? I mean, not fake pride, not Twitter pride. Not Twitter pride, actual pride. I think that's way too high. Way too high. You know, if we just want to be legit and real here. Nothing against. Because as I've stressed, and I'll stress this again, because I know that I have viewers that are gay. I know that. And I know who some of you are, and I talk to you know, I answer a fair few of your tweets on a regular basis because you're good to talk to. I will stress this again. Just because you're gay doesn't mean you're part of the alphabet community. Okay? The alphabet community, the LGBTQIA+++, that is a political organization. That is a political organization that wants to collectively pull you in. Because if it collectively pulls you in, then it's saying that you have to adhere to our politics. And our politics are extreme far left. So to me, it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bisexual, whatever. You don't have to. You're not part of the alphabet community if you don't want to be, because it's a political organization. You're just who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are as an individual person. Don't get suckered into collectivism. Don't get suckered in. Be you. Be your authentic self. These organizations, these words, they're there to trap you. They're there to trap you into a way of thinking. Be yourself. Who on FNT is gay? Well, clearly Ryan. And Gary. Odin. Closet gay. Comics is as well. Chrissy likes ladies. Jeremy. Duh. Jeremy is. Shad. He's clearly projecting with all his children. Clearly projecting. I think I'm the only straight one. I think I'm actually the only straight one. So the Dodgers, because I sort of went off at a big tangent. The Dodgers, well, it's quarter straight, Garrett, not quarter black. It's quarter straight. He's 3/4 gay. Okay. X-ray girl loves boobs. Gay. Yeah. So the Dodgers have now haven't they? They've invited a sort of like, we're going to have a Christian organization day, and people are just like, fuck off. Not because they don't want a Christian they're just like, you can't bring in an organization that actively mocks Christianity and then say, hey, Christians, we come. No. These are the kind of people that spank men dressed as dogs in front of kids and think that's okay. Projecting. I don't have to project. It's just called telling the truth. That's what it is. It's just called telling the truth. Luis Cuvas with a $25 says, good thing Mexico has very restrictive GATT laws. Also, criminals can't get a hold of them. I've no idea what that one's about. Absolutely everybody is open to criticism, to mockery, to jokes, to ridicule. Everybody. Nobody gets protected. Nobody. Not the disabled. Not certain ethnicities. Not certain genders, because there's only two. Not sexual orientations. Not mental capacities. Be they big brain or small brain. Nobody is above mockery, criticism, ridicule, jokes, everything. Nobody. And you can always tell. Because I've had this myself. Where I've had an email sent to me, or I've had a comment in the comment section where somebody said to me, hey, Az, I saw, this is how they typically go, okay? Now, I'm sort of not verbatiming, I'm sort of, around the houses, but this is how they typically go. Hey, Az, I really enjoy your content and I find you funny. However, when you made a joke about X, I thought you crossed a line. That's how they typically go. I can't, in good conscience, watch your content anymore, and I'm disappointed that you decided to mock X. I'm not changing. Because we either get to criticize everything, we get to joke about everything, we get to mock and ridicule everything, or we get what some people are trying to push, which is censorship. Oh, I find Ricky Gervais hilarious, but when he did those trans jokes, I was disgusted. Why? You were happy with him mocking men? You were happy with him mocking women? You were happy with him mocking organizations? All this sort of... But because it's something that you invert, and I say inverted commas, because we all know there's lots of fucking parentheses, you care about, then suddenly it becomes off limits. Well, guess what? Tough shit. Tough shit. Look at every week on FNT, we mercilessly ridicule each other. Mercilessly. I've had to endure 6+ months of man tit jokes, man boobs, as is into dudes with tit. You know, Ryan, we mock that Ryan is racist and a sexist and all this, which he is. Odin, we mercilessly ripped into Odin because of the pizza business. We love Odin. But Odin did a bad, and so we jumped on him. Comics division gets mocked because he's 5'7". That's not tiny. You know, for a midget. It's not tiny for... This is what we do. X-Ray Girl. She gets all the maths jokes. She gets a lot of Asian jokes. Aren't they racist? No. No, because what we're doing is we are mocking friends. That's what we're doing. This is what friends do. This is what people do in general. Nobody's coming off Friday Night Tights going, oh, fucking... God, that fucking Ryan. That Ryan and his sexism. That Ryan and his race. That's what happens. It's called, well, we hope anyway. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. But we hope that it entertains you. And we hope that it makes you laugh. Paul Chado this week. I thought this week's Friday Night Tights was one of the best Friday Night Tights we've done. I really did. I think this week's FNT was one of the best FNTs ever. I thought Chado was fantastic. He gets the humor, and he joined in, and he fit in perfectly, absolutely perfectly. And so we just, you know, we had these it's so funny because they weren't even remotely controversial, but some people might find some of the jokes a little bit controversial. They're not at all. They're not at all. Yeah, this week's FNT was right on target. After it got looted, of course. After it got looted. And you know, there was a lot of piss taking going on. You know, lots of piss taking going on to everybody on the show. including Paul. I was giving Paul some shit about a couple of things because I knew Paul could take it. Because I knew he gets the joke. I knew that he'd find it amusing. You know, the whole Blake 7 thing. Yeah. So we hope that it entertains you. We hope, because that's all we want to do on things like FNT, Real BBC. That's all we want to do. We just want to put a smile on some people's faces. You've had a hard week at work. Yeah? The majority of people who work 9 to 5 or just work Monday to Friday, whatever hours, shift hours, truckers on the road, lots of truckers. God bless them. Tough job. Shelf stackers. Tough jobs. These are tough jobs. And all we want is that when you come home, or if you're at work and you've got your headphones on and you're just listening, all we want is to put a smile on your face, make you laugh, give you a few hours of giggles, a few hours of rants. That's all we want to do. We try. We don't always succeed, but we try. Traeger. The Oscars stream with Chris Gore. That was one of the most favorite streams I've ever done as well. I was only going to be there for about an hour. That was it, because it was so late for me. When it started, it was really, really late for me. Babies. And I ended up staying the whole episode. Because it was just such good fun. It was so enjoyable to do. Yeah. That was a great time. Chris is I love Chris. I love Chris Gore. I think Chris Gore is I think he's an awesome dude. I really do. I think he's an awesome dude. And he's an exceedingly humble man as well. He really is. When you speak to him off stream, he's an exceedingly humble guy, and you can really get a good perspective of somebody's personality, who they are as a person outside of a stream. And yeah, Chris Gore is he's a lovely man, absolutely lovely man. Enoch Mamon with a $5 says, "What sicko is running Dave Filoni's dog account?" He must be a real weirdo. Oh well. I guess we'll never know. Revealed! It is Enoch Mamon. Vinyl Morpheus with a $10 says, "Read nothing but manga since 2017. Rippaverse and Razor's Ghost of the Badlands has me psyched for Western comics for the first time in a long time." Good. Jared Braggs with a $2 says, "I got more tree milk for you to pour on yourself." Sweet. My milk. I've got a delivery coming tomorrow. I've got more milk coming in tomorrow. He's really genuine, Kitty. He really is. He's such a nice dude. He really, really is. It's very helpful as well, you know. Sometimes you'll just get a DM out of nowhere from Chris, and it'll have like an article or something, and it'd be like, "Hey, check this out. This might be right up your alley," or whatever. And it's just like, "Oh, cheers, Chris. I'll have a little look into that." The Right Tackle with a $5 is a few years ago to promote TV show Aquafina was the PA voice for the subways in Queens, New York City. It was beyond awful and everyone hated it. Oh. Hitchhiker 42 with a £2 says, "Hail all Gary. Any info on the UK meetups?" I don't know. That's a Gary thing. Marek Chelko. Sorry if I butchered your surname. Maybe butchered your first name as well. In Babylon, beer was brewed by women as all inns were run by women. Sorry, using Internet Explorer. I mean, yeah, no, I accept your apology, actually. I was going to say don't worry about it, but then you're using Internet Explorer, so yes, it does actually require an apology, but you are forgiven. Tommy Reviews with a $5 says, "Hail real BBC. I just wanted to say to Mr. Dixon, I acquired Mark Spector, Moon Knight, Omni Volume 1, and look forward to his Alpha Core book. Great stuff." I'm really looking forward to Chuck Dixon's Alpha Core book. Really looking forward to that. AK-40 Singer with a $40. No, with a $5. Sorry, man. Taking money out your bank account. I nearly DSP'd you. I nearly just took money out your bank account for no reason. Star Trek 66 to 2005 is the prime timeline. Everything after 2005 belongs in the Kelvin timeline. I'm a 25-year-old Star Trek fan, and I love TNG. Yes. I mean, I would argue that you can probably get rid of the Next Generation movies as well. Get rid of them. Oh my God, how do you pronounce this? Ace Shinigami with a $2 says, HEB was founded by a Mexican American. You mean Mexican? Mexican? MG with a $2 says, "Show Graham and Chuck a movie Bob video." No. Warwick Dwarner with a £2 says, "Both covers of Joe Frankenstein 2 CGC graded, UK postage." Graham's cover is CGC graded. You can get that in a slab. The second cover, the variant cover, that is not CGC graded. But you can send it away yourself to be graded should you wish. Gary's Beard Crabs, holy shit, with a $5 says, "I only love 3 things: the dimples on a woman's lower back, do you know why they're so sexy? Because when you're fucking them from behind, you literally, that's where your thumbs go. That's where your thumbs go. They go right into the dimples, so you can get that." Shit, wrong button. Everyone, welcome to Afternoon Tea with Hans. I'm your host, Hans from Hillverse. JR with a £2 says, wait. Gary's Beard Crab said, Kylie Minogue and hurting people. I love 3 things: dimples on a woman's lower back, Kylie Minogue, and hurting people. Wow. Okay, I'll see you on a true crime video in the future, mate. JR with a £2 says, "Chuck Dixon made my childhood." Thanks, Chuck. I can agree with that. Draconic Ice Mage with a $10 says, "Hi, everyone. Has anyone in the panel read the comic for Transformers versus Terminator?" No. The only Transformer comics I own are the Marvel ones. And then when the UK continued, when the Marvel one stopped, They're the Transformers, because they're to me, they're the only Transformers comics there should ever be. The only Transformer comics there should ever be. Jesus Davila with a $1 fitty. Hot dog. Sadly, Nerdrotic has become arrogant. What? No, he hasn't. Stop being soft. Stop being soft. Gary's not arrogant. Gary's one of the sweetest people you could meet. Come on, man. Get real. Slap yourself out of it. JR with a £2 says, Graham, it's your Batman world I see when I dream. Ooh. Yeah, I loved Graham Nolan's Batman look. I thought it's just amazing. Kelly Blair with a $5 says, Faraz, what is your favorite version of Thor? Mine is Thor, Herald of Galactus. You should Google his art. He looks like a god for the cosmos. I never read Thor. I never read Marvel. I was a DC guy, you know? I was a DC guy, primarily Batman. Then I branched out Superman, Green Lantern, Flash. I never did Flash though. I was doing Legion of Superheroes, all this sort of stuff, but never really lent into Flash. But yeah, as DC, I was tribalist DC guy. Brandon Anderson with a $10 says, but Kirby, you can never go wrong with Kirby. Kirby is king. This one's for Chuck. As a big G.I. Joe fan, I'd like to know, what was it like to write for Snake Eyes? Did you enjoy working on G.I. Joe? Thank you, you're a legend. Chuck's not here, but what I can say is Chuck said that it was pretty difficult to write for a character that never spoke. But he did it. That's what he said. Terra in the Black. By God be black. With a $5 says, for a new Bronze Age comic collector, Daredevil 170 to 180 might be Frank Miller's best work. I have DKR and some Sin City stuff. Nice. And this is the final super chat on the Real BBC. Oops. Auric Mortis with a $10 says, As, what size shirt do you wear? Also, hail all and thank you for the laughs, the sanity, and the continued good works. Please keep it all up. I wear a 68 XL. That's 68 X's, then the L. Sorry. 69 X's, and the L. I know. Az, what size underwear do you wear? How big's your dick? Okay. So let's get into the Supery Duperies from today. Eddie Brock with a €2.50 says Little Mermaid's made 550,000 international so far. As I explained, it's just not updated. Don't take that for anything other than it's just not updated. I wear trash bag size. I wear bin liners. Steve Marvin has been a Witcher for 34 months. Thumbs up to you too, Steve. Thank you. Bluegrass Berserker has been a bard for 13 months. Thank you, Bluegrass. DAB. The boost. Dude, brain's a little bit fried. With a $2 is 14 days, no cigarettes. 42 days, no energy drinks. Thank you, bro. Keep it going, dude. That's good stuff. Do you know that it only takes 2 weeks to break a nicotine addiction? It takes a lot longer to break the hand-to-mouth coordination. That's the thing that takes a long time. You think you need to put something in your mouth. Ladies, I've tried that before. Sometimes it works. So yeah, but you're pretty much over the nicotine addiction. So keep going, man. Keep going. Striker X24 with a $5 says, you're trying to look like you used to before Batwoman. The show did damage. Critical Drinker showed us before pick. No idea. Best name I can think of. Gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. You've been insane recently, and I thank you so much. How do you think Palace will do today? Forest haven't got anything to play for. Forest are safe. So they don't really have anything to play for. If we win today, we beat Chelsea in the league. We come 11th, Chelsea will be 12th. So we've got a lot to play for. I think Palace are going to do Forest. I think we're going to do Forest today. I also think... who are Chelsea got? Is it Arsenal? Chelsea have got another toughie. Is it Chelsea, Arsenal? Or is it Man... let me have a quick look. And then I'll discuss the all fixtures. Here we go. Chelsea, Newcastle. You see, Chelsea, I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea won because Newcastle have secured their Champions League spot. They've secured it. So Newcastle might actually have their finger off the pedal today, which is gutting for me because if Newcastle was still fighting for that Champions League spot, so I think Chelsea might pick up the win there. So we really do have to beat Forest. So we got something to play for. We've got something to play for today. Because every spot in the league equates to money. The higher you finish, the more money you get. You might want third. I mean, if you're a Newcastle fan, yeah, you might want third. But when you've mentally got into the Champions League, when you're mentally there, you know, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult to really go out there and scrap. Chelsea are going to want to leapfrog Palace. They're going to want to leapfrog Palace and end 11th. They've had a terrible season. They want to end on a high. But we've had a really bad season and until Roy Hodgson took over again. Roy, I love you. Thank you so much indeed for everything you've done at Palace. I was gutted when you left us. I understood what we wanted to try and do, but you've come back and you've saved the club. You'll forever be a legend in my heart, Roy Hodgson. And I think Everton are gonna survive. But if there was a team to stay up, I think it's going to be Everton. But if Everton were to fail today, I think it'd be Leicester. Leicester are the dark horses. Sorry, Leeds fans, but I think you're gone. You're gone. The fight's gone from you. You didn't fight. You didn't fight. You really didn't. As soon as you came up against a little bit of adversity in the match, you crumbled. You crumbled. Leicester are fighting. Leicester are scrapping. They're not playing Vardy. So I think keep an eye on that Leicester West Ham match because Bournemouth could do Everton, but it depends what Bournemouth turns up. It depends what Bournemouth turns up. So there you go. There's my hot takes for the league today. And as you can see, I'm kind of trying to wrap things up quickly because they're kicking off soon. Coluccia with a €5 says, congratulations on the progress, Az. It's important that you share your journey so others may be inspired to get into it themselves. I mean, if my journey inspires others, amazing. But I don't know if this is selfish or not, but I try and use your positivity to feed me as well. I try and I look at your comments. I look at your motivation, and it does. It motivates me to keep going. So, if anything, it's symbiotic. If anything, it's symbiotic. Pete with a $10 says, "Hey, as Memorial Day is coming up here in the US, and it's a rough one on the vets. I bet it is. Just wanted to say thanks for the kind words you had to say about us. Means a lot. Take care." Look, when somebody gives the ultimate sacrifice for people's freedoms, and you see how a lot of people are trying to quash those freedoms, stifle those freedoms, it does it. I mean, that in itself angers me, but you know, those are brave men, braver than I'll ever be. I couldn't do that. I couldn't volunteer and put myself on the front lines. I couldn't do that. These men do. And you know, a lot of them over the years have paid the ultimate price for us. So we can sit here and talk about fucking The Little Mermaid and shit. And we can go to bed in safety. And we can go down to the shops and buy food. All the things that we take for granted. All the freedoms we take for granted. So, yeah, it angers the fuck out of me that you get a weekend to celebrate the fallen heroes. You get a day to celebrate veterans. And yet there's a whole fucking month. Let's just call it a fucking year. A whole month to celebrate where you stick your fucking bits and pieces. Stunning and brave. Get the fuck out of here. If anything requires one day, it's that. If anything requires a month of the year, then it's veterans. And people who have served to give us the freedom that we unfortunately so desperately squander. Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast, with a $6.65 super chat. True crime binge. That explains the mood swings then. You've spiked your estrogen. Yes. Johan Axos with a $20. Drop this into the kitty for the mortgage fund, buddy. Johan, I'll do that right now. I will do that right now. Let's do this. So $20, currently 15 quid. Let's have a look in GBP. £16.20. £16.20 is the current exchange rate. Let's do this now. When anyone says put this super chat into the mortgage fund, I do it immediately. So pay mortgage fund £16.20 is $20. Confirm. Pay. Complete. Payment complete. Let's go to the mortgage fund account. Security checks. Logging in. Facial recognition. Code. It's in. It's in to the it's already there. It's an immediate transfer. So £16.20. There you go. Thank you, Johan. I love your lurking ways, buddy. I'll always love your lurking ways. Sandy Q with a $10. Thank you, Sandy. Thanks for sharing. Sometimes we fear making a commitment to change. Your body loves the status quo, by the way. Your body loves status quo. Do you know what your body hates? Change. Change. Tries to resist it. Sometimes we fear making commitment to change, whether it's for health, getting out of bed, bad relationship, toxic workplace. Seeing your success is motivating. Sandy, they're wise words, sweetheart. They are indeed wise words. Yes. We get stuck in our ways. We accept things, some things that we shouldn't necessarily accept. So, yeah. Just think about that, folks. Just think about it. There's the moral. There's the moral of today's story. Happy Plague Doctor, we got to you with a $5. What kind of van do you have? I have a 15-passenger high-top F350. Vans are rad. I've got Ironhide, Ratchet, Optimus Prime, Trailbreaker, Hoist, Buffer, Brawn. Yeah, I think they're the vans that I have. Yeah, they're the vans that I have. J1 with a 10 Australian says, not sure if you saw the new Simpson episode with Lizzo. Dude, I haven't watched The Simpsons in 25 years. Haven't watched it in 25 years. I can't even believe it's still going, to be honest with you. She got to lecture Homer as he died in a car crash. No joke. He also went to hell, and Marge's dad was there. What the fuck is going on with The Simpsons? Dude, The Simpsons has been off the rail for 25 years. It's been unfunny for a long time. Yeah, I used to love The Simpsons, and now I nope the fuck out 25 years ago, man. Here's a weird, I mean, this is fucking weird, right? I was at high school when The Simpsons were on. I was at high school when The Simpsons started. It's been going for a long time. I didn't even think the Simpsons movie was that good. I thought it was okay. It was okay, but it wasn't anywhere near as good as the seasons have been. That's a long time to go for, man. No. Magnum Norse with a $10 says, "You're not alone, as it's in clown world. I take orders from women with half my experience." Nassim Shandabor with a 60 shekels. Thank you. Says, "Hey, Laz. It's really great to see you starting to work out. I did the same last year. I now hit the gym 5 times a week, losing weight, gaining muscle. I'm 41, and now I feel like I've been given a second chance at life." Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome, and that's motivating, dude. That's good. Yeah, I feel like I've certainly got a lot more energy than I have had for a long time. Bantha Salesman has been a bard for 16 months. Thank you. Retro with a $5 says, "My God, well said." Thank you. Damien Wutan with a $5 says, "You do more to stop bigotry than these woke Puritans are. You're making me feel like the early 2010s again, when no one gave a shit about anything." Well, we just you know, we were becoming a naturally tolerant society, and you know, intolerant of things which didn't affect, you know. So you know, homosexuality was tolerated. There was no, you know, what people do in their spare time is their business. It doesn't affect you. But when you start bringing kids into the equation, then people are going to start getting mad about that shit. So you can't cry bigotry when you are coercing, indoctrinating children, physically harming. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. I'm gay. Who cares? So what? Are you going to play fucking pool or not? That's what I'm saying. I can't play pool. I'm gay. Joke. That's a joke. Remember those? Nobody cared. I used to work when I was in a call center. There was a couple of gay guys in my group, and they were hideous. Hideous in as much as they were funny. I would be on a phone call and I'd put a phone call down. And one of the gay guys was just like a regular dude. You wouldn't have known he was gay. And the other guy was flamboyantly gay, you know. He was all about the all about that. And I just remember I was on a phone call and I just put a phone call down. And he sat next to me there. And he goes, Az. He calls me by a different name. He calls me by my government name. I didn't like that. He goes, Az. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, can I suck your cock? And I replied by saying, no, because you're a dirty, filthy cum pit. And he's like, oh, you can't say that to me. I'm gay. Because we used to joke about shit like that. You used to be able to have banter. Nowadays, of course, if certain organizations had their way, if I said no, I'd be strapped down to a gurney and it'd be forced upon me. You can't say no, that's bigotry. But he would say things like that because he wanted to shock you. He was all about the shock factor. But he didn't realize that when it came to somebody like me, I didn't give a fuck. And I would give back. And he used to love it because I would call him horrendous stuff. Horrendous stuff. Because he would find it funny and amusing and he was part of the whole banter, you know? Because he could give it and for want of a better phrase, he could also take it. Those were fun times where you could just have banter with people, regardless of what religion they were, what sexual orientation they were, whether they're, you know, the most uptight people who were in a call center, white women. Just saying. Middle-aged white women. Just saying. Karens are the biggest scourge on humanity today. I saw somebody say the other day on Twitter, if you call somebody a Karen, then that is essentially a slur against white women. And I was just like, yeah, fair enough. Run, it's Godzilla with a $10 says mortgage fund, you beautiful. Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa. Sorry, it's jumped on me. We're going to have to get back to you, but I will get to you. But it jumped on me. Eddie Brock with a €6 says watching people fight at a screening of The Little Mermaid really is better than watching the actual movie. Is Gary making you watch Into the Spider-Verse 2? No, and I'm not going to watch it. I don't care. Didn't watch the first one. Certainly don't care about this. Oh, thanks for shouting out that DSP podcast during yesterday's stream. Lost my entire evening. I know. It was an hour. It was an hour long, and it felt like 5 minutes watching that edit of it. It was like 5 minutes. It was so funny. Karen is an attitude. It's not a color. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But it just so happens to always be middle-aged white women. I'm just saying. Fahrenheit Plus has been a Witcher for 11 months. Just wanted to thank you and the Fellowship for keeping me sane during a bad year. Things are looking up. Thanks. Yeah, Fahrenheit. You never know when things are going to turn around. You never know. The only person that can make it happen is you. So you made that change happen, buddy. Well done. Westifer Robin dropping a $10. Thank you, sir. And Run, it's Godzilla. We got back to you, dude. Mortgage fund, you beautiful funny man. Here we go. Let me get a $10 in GBP. It's £8.10. £8.10. Let's do this. Bank account. Here we go. I would like to pay my mortgage account, please. £8.10. Confirm. Transfer. Payment complete. Going into the mortgage account. Facial recognition. Security checks. Logging in. It's in. Again, an immediate transfer. It is in, and thank you. Thank you very much. Any excuse to put a super chat in the mortgage fund, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Eddie Brock with a €2 fitty says Dylan Mulvaney wants to date women and have his own. What? Why would he do that? He's gay. And women can't have. Never mind. You get in trouble for. You get into trouble for speaking some truth. Ian Soforth with a £15. Thank you. Says Palace kick off at 4:30. Yes, which is 4 minutes time. Apparently, they all do. It's final day of the season. They all kick off at the same time. Every match kicks off at the same time. This is a full fixture list at the same time because it's the final match of the season. Super Chat part 1 of 25. Fucking hell. Thank you, Ian. Maxim M has been a sorcerer for 17 months as Fancy a Bum. God, I miss programming like that. Yeah, it's you know. When did we lose our sense of humor? When? When did we lose it? Woke Troll with a $20 says, for your toy habit, I must bring balance to the force. Well, I mean, dude, if you insist, I'll put that towards a nice little toy. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, we're caught up. So I want to give a massive, massive thank you to everyone who super chatted and membered and gifted and everything on the Real BBC on Tuesday. Again, apologies that we can't get through all the super chats on that day. You're too generous. We can't thank you enough for being too generous. And obviously, we tried to keep the conversation flowing on the show itself. Otherwise, that show becomes a super chat square up in itself. And we're so grateful for the support that you give us and can't thank you enough. And thank you for allowing me to do a super chat square up to give you the proper time that your generosity deserves. A big thank you to everyone who came today to watch the stream. Really appreciate you coming out. Everyone who super chatted here, membered, remembered, gifted memberships. I can't thank you enough for that as well. I'm going to be back in an hour and a half with Sunday Fun Day. Myself, QBG, X-Ray Girl, Jane Theory, Starship Troopers Extermination. 16-player cooperative horde mode against bugs. 1.5 hours from now, I'm going to put up the stream momentarily. Until then, you take care. Viva la Palace. Bye for now. Let's play this.